So starting the test drive here in the GLE 450 Coupe. Having an eco mode now, it's actually relatively nice to drive in this mode. I'd probably keep it in the normal mode and save this for the highway, but especially when there's no traffic out here, it kind of helps you limit your fuel consumption. And you know, it makes the car a bit more quiet than it would be. Now overall, so far, the ride is pretty plush. What you'd expect from a Mercedes Benz, but I'm gonna put it in a normal mode and see how that changes things, or comfort, excuse me. I feel like the steering is a bit more stiff, but the ride and comfort also feels softer than eco to me. And I mean, the sound in here is just crazy. I'm doing 52 miles an hour. It is so quiet in this vehicle. It's so quiet. Have the lane keep assist on. Very comfortable, very relaxing. Now this, especially on this road here, I wouldn't necessarily trust it as much as I would some other systems, but it's not made for that. You're supposed to keep your hands on the wheel, and it just kind of has your back, if that makes sense. But now overall, I think the interior here is very nice. I love this wood grain here. I love the screen. I like how it still feels like a GLE 450. Even though it's the coupe, it's supposed to be the more sporty version. It's supposed to feel the type of way. It still has that luxury aspect down pat, and yeah, it's just really nice. I'm gonna put it in a sport mode now. And yeah, that is pretty peppy. It's a big difference between comfort and sport. And what's funny is, you know, most drive systems, you know, everybody's pretty much putting a switch in there so you can go between a comfort mode and eco mode, or I should say a normal mode and eco mode and a sport mode. But the comfort and the eco will kind of go hand in hand, and the sport mode is just overly aggressive. And I just think it's funny how Mercedes does that. But I've come to expect it from a Benz anyway. Of course, you go up to an AMG and pretty much all of those feel like sport. And that's why you have even more drive modes to choose from there. But for the purpose this is supposed to serve, which is basically a touring SUV with a slanted roof, it does a great job at doing that. I'm going to give myself a little bit of space. Luckily, no one's behind me in sport mode, and I'm gonna floor it coming out of this corner. Here we go. Yeah, that was very nice, but still very plush. It didn't even feel right because it was so comfortable that it just, I don't know, it's very hard to explain. But I want to give a huge thanks to Auto Collections of Murfreesboro and Auto Pro Nashville for allowing me to review this GLE 450 Coupe today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But just a nice driving vehicle. The highway, just coming down here, the ride is very good, even on this rougher stretch of pavement. I'm actually really impressed with just how it's driving in general. And the road noise, even on these 21-inch wheels, you can hear it. Again, this is a really rough stretch of I-65 here, but doesn't bother me at all. And for the 21-inch wheels, I'll take that little bit of road noise all day, because the ride does not equate to the slight sound you're hearing. This ride is phenomenal. And I mean, for a $95,000 vehicle, I would hope so. I'm still impressed though. Now, as you're hitting the brake, you can kind of feel the engine cut off, or you can hear it right as you're like 3 miles per hour. It just shuts off when you hit the brake hard. But when it starts back up, it's unnoticeable. Even when I'm looking for it, I don't notice it. And that's pretty impressive with this mild hybrid system. It just kind of saves fuel as you're coming to a stop, as you're coming out of one. And it just makes a transition from basically auto stop to the gas engine being on seamless. But in terms of what you get for the money, I think for this one being 80, here she goes. But in terms of being,
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Be quiet, be quiet. I always have issues
sorry,
with that.
But I can't help you with that right now.
Cancel. Okay. So anyways, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, for $80,000, I do think you have a very nice vehicle here. A lot of technology that's involved. It's just a phenomenal machine. When you think about the ride quality, you think about the power you get, you think about just the space that's in here. It makes a lot of sense for a Mercedes-Benz, a luxury vehicle like this. $80,000 with 2,700 plus miles, barely 2,700 miles. I think it's pretty solid. You know, you get rid of that initial, I guess, depreciation driving off the lot, and it's kind of broken into as well, so you don't have to worry about that too. Things that might go bad when a vehicle's new or whatever, someone's already taken care of that for you. They've already taken the hit on this, got something else, so it's just a good way to get in one of these, again, without having to pay sticker price, without having to worry about the additional taxes and all of that. But the infotainment system's really nice. Everything about this thing is top notch. I would turn that the Mercedes Me or whatever off, because every time I get in one of these, that thing is always talking to me, kind of like the Google Assistant or whatever. Not necessarily bothersome, but just can't take a hint. But I don't like voice recognition systems in pretty much any vehicle. So I'm old school. That's one of the few things I'm old school on when it comes to my cars. I don't like the voice recognition systems. I like being able to use a touchscreen, use a knob, use my phone, but it's safer to use the voice recognition systems, honestly. I just feel like they have a little further to go in terms of being easier to use. But again, a solid vehicle for the money, 80 grand. I recommend it. So all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Mercedes-Benz GLE 450 Coupe.